It takes a few days of decision making to start an organization, but it takes years to build, nurture, and sustain it to deliver on its mission. 25 years after its formation in 1994, from a Preferential Trade Area (PTA) to Common Market for Eastern and Southern Africa (COMESA), the trading bloc has become the largest economic bloc in Africa, spearheading economic development and investment for 21 out of the 54 African countries. These are Burundi, the Union of the Comoros, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Djibouti, Egypt, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Kenya, Libya, Madagascar, Malawi, Mauritius, Rwanda, Sudan, Eswatini, Seychelles, Uganda, Tunisia, Somalia, Zimbabwe, and Zambia, which is the permanent home of the COMESA Secretariat. COMESA spanned from Tunisia in the northern part of Africa to Eswatini in the south and to Mauritius in the Indian Ocean. COMESA was formed on December 8, 1994 by means of a premeditated transition from its precursor, the Preferential Trade Area (PTA) of Eastern and Southern Africa. The concept of economic integration in Africa goes back to the early 1960s, after most African countries gained their independence. Early meetings of the fledgling African states set out to map common challenges and propose viable solutions for them. Fast forward to Lusaka Declaration, March 1978, the first extraordinary meeting of the Ministers of Trade, Finance and Planning was held in Lusaka. The outcome was a recommendation to establish a sub-regional economic community, initially as a preferential trade area that would gradually be upgraded over a 10-year period into a common market. To this end, the ministers adopted the Lusaka Declaration of Intent and Commitment to the establishment of a preferential trade area for Eastern and Southern Africa, and created an intergovernmental negotiating team to develop the treaty for the establishment of the PTA. The transition of the PTA into COMESA was not so much a change of philosophy but rather its evolution with a view to increase its functional efficiency. On November 28, 2019, 10 days before its actual birthday, COMESA commemorated its Silver Jubilee under the theme 25 Years, Growing Together for Prosperity. The commemoration reached its climax with the Gala Night, hosted alongside the annual COMESA policy organs meetings, and was attended by more than 300 delegates, led by ministers and their representatives from the 21 member states attended the celebrations.
We have a great reason to celebrate as we are marking 25 years of existence. As we look ahead to the future, it is important to look back on our journey thus far. Therefore, this is a happy moment, and there is no better time than today to reflect on our journey and congratulate ourselves for reaching this point.
The event was marked by a high-level panel discussions that reflected on the past and the future of COMESA. Several speakers addressed the gathering on cross-section of key issues in regional integration. At the event, Burundi deposited the instrument of ratification of the tripartite free trade agreement, thus joining 7 other countries that have done so. The tripartite FTA brings together COMESA, the East African Community, and the Southern African Community into a cooperative framework. The celebration was an opportunity to recognize and reward new innovation products that provide solutions to contemporary challenges. Among those were the innovator of a trade platform intended to create value by exchanging goods with the potential of re-exporting to new markets and thereby expanding inter-African trade. The innovations were identified under the COMESA Innovation Award Scheme, which focus on new products, new methods of production, and new ways of improving technology. The 25th anniversary was preceded by the 40th Council of Ministers meeting, which saw the review and approval of the COMESA work program and budget for 2020. Prior to the commemoration, a number of activities were lined up to highlight what COMESA and its partners are doing as flagship programs. One of the major programs was the revamping of the Chongwe Kanakatapa Cassava Cluster Project at a total of 12,000 United States dollars.
Cassava is a lucrative industry, and also an industry that's owned by women. And women are not only using cassava as their meals in the house, but also as products to sell and to sustain their families.
COMESA is also implementing the Simplified Trade Regime (STR), which is an arrangement implemented by member states to formalize and improve the performance of small-scale cross-border traders and enable them to benefit from the regional preferential treatment when importing or exporting goods within the region.
If you come and find a structured market that's already in place, it's much easier for you to enter into the market. And of course, being a COMESA member, your goods don't attract tariffs. So I think the markets are a focus area where everybody can come and trade in different goods from different countries. It's a very practical way of doing this, and I think it would work for any country to know that as I enter in another country, I'm going to a very well defined market area that I can go and trade freely as a member of COMESA. So I think that's how we support intra-COMESA trade.
COMESA Market housed in Lusaka is one of the models which has been used as a tool for enhanced regional integration, and also a tripartite set up by COMESA, East African Community EAC, and Southern African Development Communities SADC.
Our members are accommodated at this market, so that itself is a very big benefit. Apart from that, when the free trade area came, we have benefited in the sense that we have been free to be moving to these countries. Our members move from this Zambia, some of them from DRC, from Tanzania. They go to Botswana, South Africa, Zimbabwe, and other places within COMESA and SADC region.
With COMESA, 2 years ago, I was selected to participate on this tour trade in Congo. I was one of the exhibitors who went there to Congo. And really, I can tell you that I benefited there.
COMESA also used the power of sports in uniting people beyond boundaries by hosting a golf tournament dubbed COMESA at 25, which teed off a Bonanza golf course in Lusaka. The over 20,000 United States dollars tournament was as one of the flagship activities to commemorate the regional trade bloc 25 years of existence, and attracted over 120 golfers, both male and female, who will participate in the first and 10th tees respectively. Officially teeing off the tournament, the Zambian government praised COMESA for the continued role and support it is playing in ensuring that member states integrate and harness the wealth they have through trade and investment for the benefit of the people.
When COMESA was starting, those 36 years ago, if somebody asked you, will this small baby ever survive? Now, I am not going to ask anything. It has only survived but produced babies who are bigger. You can see like Trade and Development Bank, who are now doing great things in the continent, and also, of course, Africa.
The tournament major sponsor, the Trade Development Bank, or TDB, is one of the most successful COMESA institutions with top global credit rating and has attracted membership from countries beyond the COMESA region.
What I have right now is an opportunity to hold a golf club, but especially remind people that although the Trade and Development Bank is 35 years old, COMESA, which was the PTA bank, is not 25 years old by mistake. It is 25 years old, but there is more history before that. We were the PTA bank. We now have an opportunity to be the Trade and Development Bank because that was our official name, and we are so happy to be here sponsoring an event like this, to be celebrating a birthday like this.
In soccer, COMESA emerged winners in a tightly contested match after beating the Zambia Revenue Authority 4-2 in over 16 matches that were played, and saw the participation of selected embassies, corporate entities, government ministries and the European Union. The minister called on COMESA to make the event an annual activity.
Through sport, we have the power to change the lives. We have the power to facilitate development and end poverty. Equally, the general objectives of COMESA to integrate our economies and facilitate development. Sport, in this particular case, the football tournament, helps to bring people of different backgrounds together, and through unity, we are in a position to effect positive change.
Officiating at the same event, COMESA Secretary General Chileshe Kapwepwe thanked government for the continued support to COMESA programs and hosting the Secretariat. The celebrations for the 25th anniversary has shown how COMESA has ensured that integration can work and is indeed working through the support the organization has received from different stakeholders.